Look at you. See?
Hey, there we go.
It's perfect. Hell yeah. Welcome to the podcast.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Excited to
This
be
is-
here. Kind of nervous.
oh, that's all right, man. It's everybody. Everybody is, We're we're just talking, we're just having a conversation. That's all. This is like I told you on chat, this is recorded. Um if there's anything, you don't want to talk about, or if you're like, if you say
Yep.
something and like, can you cut that out? Like, it's totally fine. I'll just edit it. It's no big deal.
Alrighty.
Uh, that's happened a couple times. Not very often, but it's happened a couple times where somebody talked about something and then they went back and was like, they talked about some stuff, like personal stuff with their family, and they're like, I don't want my sister to hear this, so can you cut that part out? So I go back and cut it out, whatever. So I
Nah.
do that on purpose because I want, most people I have on here, this is their first time being on a podcast.
Yep.
Uh, most people, it seems like most people I've had on here, they're a little camera shy. Like, most of them don't have YouTube channels, so they're not used to, like, filming and editing themselves and then being like, to get over that kind of, which everyone has to get over if you film yourself. Like,
Yeah.
oh, I don't like the way I look. I don't like the way I talk or sound or whatever, So I always, I like to edit or, record these because I think I told you the same thing. And I told a handful of people in the past that were hesitant. I'm like, hey, it's recorded. Let's do it. If you don't like it at the end, just be like, yeah, don't post that, and I'll just delete it. It's no big deal. Okay.
Yeah. Um, I kind of thought about it, and I'm like, well, I am who I am, and fuck it, full send.
Good for you.
There's nothing that I won't talk about. And
Good.
one of the things that you did mention is my experience in airsoft, and well, everything affects everything. So
Exactly. Well, that's what I said in our text. If uh, you know, I don't care. I don't. There's been some people that I've heard that do podcasts, in the airsoft industry that when they have somebody on or before they have somebody on, they'll say, "Hey, we don't bring this up. We don't talk about this. We don't talk about that." I don't do that. People have asked me numerous times in the past, "Hey, is there anything I can't bring up or talk about?" I'm like, "No, you can bring up whatever, dude. This is just, pretend we're hanging out. This is the first time we met, and it is, right? But we're meeting face to face,
yeah,
and we're just BSing and getting to know each other and having a conversation like that. So whatever comes up, comes up. It's no big deal.
fuck it, full send.
Yeah, man. Well, you look good.
Thank you. Um,
Yeah,
I have like three loadouts, I think. Yeah, I do. One is kind of like a speed soft fucking thing, um,
yeah.
which is this one.
Okay.
Dual pack, super mobile, lightweight. And then I have another one that I run with like a recce style loadout.
Yeah.
Um, you may have seen it on my Instagram. It's with that big green sniper rifle.
Yes.
Actually ran that this weekend at a mini milsim here in Michigan.
Yeah. I was going to ask you about that because that was the most recent post that I saw on your thing about the Operation something out there.
Operation Outbreak.
That's it. Outbreak.
That one was really interesting. It was kind of like I forget what the hell the factions were. Green team versus tan team, really.
Yeah.
Um, one side was trying to like get this virus into the world,
Yeah.
and the NATO forces were trying to stop that. Um,
Fucking COVID.
yeah, pretty much COVID. But what it made it really interesting is it turned into a night game.
Yeah.
It was just like a 16-hour event.
Yeah.
Um, it turned into a night game, and then if the green team had successfully implanted the virus into the waterways and whatnot, it would turn into a zombie game.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Luckily, or well, unluckily, I didn't get any nighttime footage because I was having a few issues with the scope.
Yeah.
Had to reformat it and all that stuff. But
Do you have like is your scope able to see, like, do you have nods or night vision, or is some kind of light or something you can use?
so it is a ATN X Sight. It is
I
it
don't know what that is.
record it so it's a digital scope. It's pretty much a
Gotcha.
camera. It can record, take pictures, but it's also night vision. It can see on its own if it's like pitch black, then I
Holy
can
shit.
then I can turn on a infrared system. Um, there's a few videos on my Instagram channel that where I'm actually using that.
Oh, okay. Are they where are they at? Do you mind if I pull one up? I'm on your Instagram right now.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
So,
and I'll share the screen.
I play at the same field as TST, like Otter and Airsoft LMG guy,
Yep.
Mason, and those guys. Most of that nighttime footage is there, but
Well, that's where we met actually. We met I joined their Instagram live. Was it last week that they were doing? And it was oh, you were commenting on it while we were on there.
oh, did we lose each other?
Yeah.
I think we lost
Yeah.
each
It
other. What?
it lagged out. It's okay.
Yeah.
So what I was saying was that's how we met, was through the TST guys when they
Yep.
did the Instagram live,
Yep.
and you were commenting in there.
Yeah, I was asking about not patches, stickers. I've
Stickers,
yet to
yeah.
put those on. I haven't had time to get around to literally anything.
Yeah. Yeah, this so we've had, anyway, you know how it just lagged out for a second?
Yep.
That happens quite often. Often enough to where you know, it's not an issue. And if the call drops, we'll just restart it and pick up where we left off, and I'll
Okay.
just edit that edit that out. So, and anyone that's listening to this, I'll keep this part in there so that you can know in the future if that happens. It's recorded. I'll just cut that out because it does happen here and there. It
Mhm.
might be my connection or your connection or the Discord or the fucking universe. I don't know. Okay.
Hi- Hillary Clinton.
Yeah, right. Hey, let me pull this up. This I think I found one. It looks like you're looking through the scope at some trees. I'm gonna share the screen with you. You might have to, dude. This thing's wigging out, bro. When I got home, my power must have flickered or something today because my computer was off. I always leave it in standby, and because I use it so much, and it was off. I had to restart it, and I'm getting this white like border around the Discord thing
Mhm.
on this monitor, and it's acting freaky. So if it does mess up, we'll redo it. It's no big deal.
Alrighty.
All right, let me see here. So you might have to when I click on share screen, it might come up and say watch stream, or it might just automatically come up. Do you see a third screen up there?
Yes, I do.
Perfect. All right, so this is the one I'm looking at. Is that your scope you're talking about?
Yep.
Sweet. Let's check it out. Dude, that's pretty crazy. Damn. Now, how much of a zoom is that scope?
Um, I I'll have to grab it. I think it's a 4 by 4, 3 or 4 to like 20. 2 power.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, that's cool, man. And then you got another one. Does it have that reticle in there?
So the reticle I see and the reticle you see in this video are two different reticles.
Gotcha.
That's like a base default reticle. I can't change that. I wish I could. I wish I could show you what I see.
Yeah.
Because in my scope, I'm seeing yardage, windage, all that stuff.
Wow. That's cool. So this is the one that records.
Hmm.
Okay, but you see a different one. That's pretty cool. That's so
Yep.
crazy, man. That's that it sees that freaking good. And then is this the same scope during the day?
Yep. It sees in 4K, so it'll record in 4K, take pictures in 4K at different frames per second. I can
Yeah.
record in 120 frames per second.
That is awesome, dude. Now, where'd you get this? What's the name of the scope again? And where'd you get it?
It is an Atn X Sight Pro.
Gotcha.
Um, I bought it from my dad. It was brand new.
Yeah.
My dad predator hunts. Uh, takes the coyotes off of the farmers' fields and whatnot. But
Oh, nice.
bought that from him, brand new.
Hell yeah. So, so he does hunting. Did you grow up learning how to hunt and all that?
Yep. Pretty much everything I learned from him. Basically, like how to handle guns, how to shoot them, all of it from him. He's
Yeah.
retired military, so he taught me a few extra things as well. So,
Okay. Yeah.
uh,
How's he feel about you playing airsoft?
he loves it.
Okay, good.
Growing up, I really didn't play any much sports or really have any kind of aspirations, and now that I'm doing this,
Yeah.
he's all for it. I try to get him out, but he won't. He's like, I'm too old. I'm 60. Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever. Whatever.
Yeah.
I got something in the realm of night vision. I got something coming too.
Uh-oh.
Thermals. I got
Oh
thermals coming. So
shit.
hopefully we'll get some thermal gameplay.
Dude, those are no joke, bro. Those things are expensive and they're freaking awesome.
Yep.
Hell yeah. Yeah, that's cool. There's a my I don't really have a lot of experience with any kind of night vision. I was in the military before they were using night vision for like, regular troops. I wasn't like in any kind of special group or anything. And so we never even like put hands on any when we were in the military. So now it's so common, like all these guys getting out of the military, they have all these scopes and nods and all this shit, and I'm like, they're like, that red dot you put, that you get on your M4. I'm like, no, I used an M16A2 from the 80s. So they're like, oh, okay, you were in a long time ago. And like, yeah, dude. So I really like seeing all these videos and pictures and stuff from the night vision stuff. It's really
Yeah.
cool. Hell yeah. Now I'm looking
Um,
at your Instagram. This one down at the bottom. I think it's your first picture.
that's
Um,
the gun.
is that the one you're using
Yep.
in those pictures? And that's the scope.
Yep.
Fucking awesome, dude. That looks so cool.
That's a Crytek LVOA C
Yep.
that's been modded to all hell.
That looks awesome.
Um,
We we had a couple of those at one point. Yeah.
that second shot in the most recent video I posted with
Yeah.
Operation Outbreak. I wish it showed it, but that was at 100 yards with that gun.
Oh. Oh, you couldn't see it on the video?
No, you can't. It won't show you the distance on the video.
Oh, I got you. But you can see it in the video? Oh, let's check it out.
No, I can see it in my scope, but it doesn't show
Right.
it in the video.
But you can still see the shot. You just can't see the distance
Mhm.
like that. Like you can still see this. Dude, you're shooting through some damn leaves. Like you're a sniper.
Yeah, that's actually what I do. I
Yeah.
I try to make things versatile and play
Okay.
everything, but
Right.
that that one was probably one of my most enjoyable events. That's hole in the wall paintball and airsoft.
Yeah.
It's centered around three ridges and it's all in a valley. You can go on up and down the villages. There's a swamp down like where that kid's at.
Yeah.
About 20 yards behind him, you can't see it because the grass is too tall, but there's like a 6 foot deep creek that runs through there. So if you want to cross it, you either have to cross the bridges or you swim.
Nice. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's cool, man. And so you snipe, you do tech work and
Hmm.
custom painting.
Yeah.
So what? Well, first of all, how did you? How was it growing up? You said you weren't into sports? What led you from like no athletics to airsoft? Did you start after high school?
Um, for the most part, I started after high school. So like, shoot, I don't know what year it would have been, but I was 13.
Yeah.
There was a local field, kind of a hodgepodge of things. It was an RC track and RC planes, but way in the back was airsoft.
Oh
I
shit,
went
that's
once.
cool.
I
Yeah.
went once, and then Dad never took me again because he didn't want to drive out there.
Oh,
But
okay.
that's where I really got hooked
Yeah.
on playing. I had a well bell, I think that company used to be called. It was an M4 with a hopper on top of it, just a piece of shit gun. But
How dare
and
you?
then from that point on, I watched a lot of videos. I think the person that I watched the most was maybe you might know him, Level Cap Gaming. He started out with airsoft and then moved
No.
to moved to gaming.
Oh shit. Okay.
Um, him and Jet were pretty much producing the same kind of content.
Gotcha.
Um, and then probably 3 years I got into airsoft. I met one of my friends, one of my really good friends now. Her name is Tess. She's
Yeah.
the one that showed me everything. Really got me into it as from being a new player, a newbie.
Yeah.
She showed me how to build AEGs, and I taught her how to build HPAs. Later down the line.
Holy shit.
We were trying to actually start a business as well.
Okay.
Uh,
With like teching?
yeah,
Yeah.
but there was a few issues with that, so it never actually got to kick off. But
Yeah.
I would say it's been one hell of an experience.
Okay.
Um, from meeting Tess, uh, we formed a team called Wolves of Asgard at there at Cedar Airsoft. Kind of jumps away from the original question. I apologize. I
Oh
have
no,
really bad
dude,
ADD, so
you're
I'll go
fine,
all
man.
over the place.
No, no, you're well. Shit, you've heard if you've heard any of these podcasts, you know I don't know what the hell I'm talking about half the time. So, no, you're good. Yeah, like what got you into airsoft, and yeah, pretty much, you answered it.
Other than that, Call of Duty. I
Yeah,
played a lot of Call of Duty, but you know that shit got boring. I wanted to try playing airsoft. I played it once before, like I said,
right.
when I was 13.
Yeah,
I'm like, I had my own place, had my own car, money, started
Right.
falling into place, and just said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna start playing."
Yeah.
And then here we are, buying night vision and getting thermals and
No
going
shit.
way down the rabbit hole.
Right. So you got when you first started airsoft, you know, after high school, after you have your own job, like as an adult, um, did your wallet say "fuck you" because you were starting to spend all this money? The most common thing I've heard is all these airsofters like, yeah, once I started, it's like I feel like I never had any money after that. They're always buying new shit.
So, yes and no. Airsoft is a sport that'll be as expensive as you want it to be.
Yeah.
And with all the shit that I buy and the fucking, I don't know, 7 guns that are sitting in the corner,
Yeah.
um, Airsoft is definitely one of those things that it'll be expensive as you want it to be. Um, yes, it has hurt my wallet, but I kind of learned a lot more, how to say, better financial workings.
Yeah. Like
Um,
how to budget and kind of plan shit out.
yep. How to plan, how to budget things, how to plan things out. Um, Ulterior ways to make money.
Yeah.
Uh, like with the custom paintings. I'm like, well, I really like painting stuff, and I really like working with my hands. I already
Right.
knew how to build guns. So with that, I turned the tech work and the custom painting and a few other things that I learned. Let's make airsoft pay for airsoft.
Mm-hmm.
So now I don't pay as much out of my own pocket,
Right.
and so that's another thing. I've Airsoft has been like a lot of character development. You
Right.
know, I didn't 3 years ago when I started playing, I didn't think I'd like learn this much about
Really?
myself as a person.
Oh, okay.
Um, Being on the airsoft team, I was a co kind of got dragged into being a co-founder and an admin. When I first started, I was a timid person.
Yeah.
Still kind of am sometimes in certain situations,
Yeah.
but I learned how to speak up and say what needed to be said. Some of the stories I've got and had to deal with will blow your mind.
Hell yeah.
Um,
What's your
uh,
what's your most memorable experience with airsoft?
mm, my most memorable experience would be going to MSW for the first time out in Oklahoma. It was Operation Salsk.
Man, what took you out there? Shit. That's a long
So,
drive.
yeah, 16 hours.
Mm.
16-hour drive. My most the reason it was most memorable is the first time I ever left Michigan.
Nice.
So I'm like, well, something goes wrong. I have no idea how to deal with that. I don't know how to
Right.
get home. um, the second reason is at that point in time, I realized I just want to share things that I like to do with other people.
Yeah.
Growing up, I didn't have a lot of experiences. And on Wolves of Asgard, there's a lot of, I would say, kids that were like me at that age
Yeah.
didn't get to have a lot of experiences.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them have strict parents. Some parents are just assholes.
Right.
And I'm like, well, I'm an adult. We had other adults that are former military, EMS. You know, the kids will be safe. So I talked to them. Hey, do you want to go? Absolutely. But my parents, they're like, I don't know if I want my son to go 16 hours out west with a bunch of people.
Yeah.
Got to talk to their parents, talk to parents. They said, kind of reluctantly said yes. Um, so like bringing new players out to experience the things that airsoft has to offer, like Milsim West, definitely not the same kind of airsoft that you'll see at, I don't know, Red Arrow Milsim. So like bringing other people to experience the things that you will also enjoy, but to get that same kind of experience themselves, then um, and then just MSW in general. I never thought I'd like get to go to one of those events.
Right. That's a big
Especially,
step.
yeah. Um, or even go that far, out west.
Yeah.
It was an awesome time. Um, there was a few photos that posted up in the NATO chat because that's the, that's the side we were on.
Gotcha.
And then watching those same young kids that I brought out there be like, "Oh my goodness, someone's talking about me." I don't know. That just kind of stuck.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's Milsim West events are they're a big commitment, man. They're no joke. From what I've heard, I haven't been to one or experienced one personally. So
Hmm.
uh, uh, everyone I've talked with that has gone to Milsim West events are like, these are, you got to be ready for it. Because once
Oh
they
yeah.
say go, man, it's game on until it's done. So
Yep.
the event you went to, was that a 40-hour
It was a
continuous?
48-hour continuous event.
Whoo, shit.
It back in, yeah, April of this year.
Mm-hmm.
That's another thing. I'm from Michigan.
Yeah.
It's 90 degrees and humid at most, and well, winter is winter. Gets
Yeah.
-8 degrees.
Yep.
But I've never been into the desert.
Gotcha.
I didn't think it would get that cold at night.
You're like, it's gonna be hot.
Yeah, I'm from Michigan. I'm gonna be like sweating my ass off, and
Yep.
it's probably not gonna get any colder than 30. No, it was 20 degrees. Yeah. Um,
Oh shit.
and about the hardcoreness, I would definitely agree. It's probably pretty, at least that event I felt was pretty hardcore.
Right.
Um, they got us out there onto the field late, probably 2 hours later than the Russian forces.
Holy shit.
They rucked us out there, probably went 1.5 miles in the dark,
Mm-hmm.
and no one on NATO had nods,
Oh shit.
so nobody could fucking see.
Oh yeah.
We went 300 meters past our drop point. During the day, it was pretty warm. I think it was like 70 degrees, so we all got sweaty.
Yeah.
And this is where I learned something, a new skill called how to deal with hypothermia.
Oh shit.
So as we're walking out there, temperature's dropping,
Yeah.
and we get to what we thought was our drop point, and they sit us down, say, grab your shit, put it in a circle, defensive perimeter, sit your ass there. Supposed to be a Russian attack coming at any damn time. Sat there for 4 hours.
Oh my god.
4 hours. Um,
Nothing but crickets.
nothing but crickets. Nothing going on. Just
Oh
freezing
my
your ass
god.
off.
Yeah.
And probably by the third hour, there was people falling into actual hypothermia.
Holy shit.
On the way out there, my squad lead stepped into a rattlesnake hole. Luckily, he didn't get bit.
Damn.
There was a snake in there.
Yeah.
Um, busted his knee. Um, platoon lead was Tess. She rolled her ankle, sprained it pretty damn
Shit.
bad. She couldn't walk on it.
Right.
And then the other team lead because I was team lead for our first platoon's first squad.
Yeah.
Second team lead got overwhelmed with what was going on, so they all left.
Mm.
So for first platoon, there was just me. I got to
Holy
figure out
sh.
how to deal with 3 people dropping into hypothermia. I'm like, well, fuck. I know how to deal with hypothermia, but I've never actually had to do it.
Right.
So,
Y'all better snuggle up.
oh yeah, oh yeah.
Group hug.
I grabbed those 3 and some of the thermal blankets out of my bag.
Yeah.
Jasmine did the same. That was uh, second squad team lead.
Yeah.
And she wrapped them, got them a heater. Y'all are gonna sit here until so you don't fucking die,
Right.
because they either truck you out or you walk out. And then later that night, she ended up leaving. So yeah, that was definitely interesting. Um,
So
he,
did you make it the whole 48?
I did make it the whole 48.
Good for you.
Um, the first night I sat there, I had a bivy tent, and your puss pad, your yoga mat, or whatever the hell you lay on,
Right.
and my sleeping bag, and then my bivy tent. The bivy tent, don't get me wrong, shit was warm until it collapsed and condensed on top of me. So now I'm wet. I got up
Awesome.
and my body was like severely shaking like this.
Uh-huh.
Just fucking, I can't stop. So I got up. I angrily paced back and forth to try and get my muscles moving again.
Right.
Got warm enough. Took the undamped side of my sleeping bag and then put my Glock in my lap and sat at the entrance of the bivy tent, pissed until the sun came up.
Yep.
So that was my experience with that. The
People
daytime,
don't realize, man, people that have never been, like if they've never grown up in like cold states, where it gets really cold in the winter, they don't realize how uncomfortable freezing, when you're out there freezing and you don't have a way to go inside or get warm, they don't realize how fucking uncomfortable it is. It is like night and day, bro. It is like because oh well, it's the same as being hot. I mean, being hot's uncomfortable.
yeah,
No, it's not. No, it's not. It is when
no,
you're
it's
hot.
most
Yeah,
definitely not.
it is not. Like it can be really hot out. You can be exposed to the sun for a long time compared to, and still be functional. You don't start losing your mind in the heat until until you start getting really, really, really dehydrated.
Yeah,
Um, and that
sleep.
it takes a while.
Yeah.
But cold, one fucking night, one night, like you're talking, like it could be you're fine at 8 o'clock at night. At
Mhm.
10, you're 2 hours later, you're whatever happened. You got a little wet. Your hands got a little wet. Now you're starting to get those shivers. Now you're starting
Yep.
to get the shakes. When you get the shakes, you can't pick anything up. You can't fucking unbutton your pants or unzip
Nope.
them. You can't grab the zipper thing.
Usually
You
I
have
have
no
something.
dexterity and strength in your fingertips. You can't even feel your fingertips. You're like, it is. And once all that happens with all your extremities getting cold, it just moves its way into your core and in your head, and then you start panicking, and then you're like, you're kind of like panicky, like how do I get warm? How do I get my hands to work? How do I get like it changes so fast when you're cold, you know?
Yeah, that's that's kind of something at that point when I was now wet trying to sleep, where I chose to get up and then
Yeah,
move back and forth. Like I knew if I stayed put, I'd probably drop, and
yeah,
then I'd be mad at myself. They drove 16 hours, paid all this damn money,
yeah. You don't
rental
want to quit.
vehicle, no, and I'm like, I'm not gonna quit. It's the
Nice.
only thing going through my head. I'm not gonna quit. I'm not gonna stop. If I stop, the kids are gonna stop.
Yeah.
I can't. I can't do that. Can't do it. Nope.
Good.
Nope.
Good for
Nope.
you.
Nope. It's might be kind of like corny to say this, but as a person, I kind of changed at that point too, and I
Yeah.
carried that with me
Mm-hmm.
even today.
Yeah.
Um,
Made you stronger.
yeah, kind of a little bit, maybe mentally.
Well, yeah. That's where strength comes from. Yeah.
Yeah. The kids were fine. There's
Good.
an older guy with us. He got definitely pretty damn cold. The kids learned a lot.
Yeah.
How to like get someone who is like at that point where they can no longer move
Mm-hmm.
because they're that cold. I'm like, just get him up, put his arm around your shoulder, get him moving.
Yeah.
And I had Moose, you know, make him some like lukewarm, little bit warmer than lukewarm coffee. Like get something in him.
Right.
'Cause he's just his body's trying to seize up.
Mm-hmm.
Got him going, so taught them a couple things that I know about how to get people moving again. Um,
That's good.
then
Now, did your dad teach you any of this stuff growing up? Like basic survival stuff, or military kind of thing? Like,
he taught me a little bit of that. Do you know who Les Stroud is?
yes,
Survivor Man.
Survivor Man. Oh, yeah.
That's where I learned a lot of what I know from.
That dude was a
Actually,
badass, bro. Yeah,
he's more realistic with how he does stuff.
sure.
At least
You
I
know,
feel.
you know what was crazy about his show, too?
Hmm.
He didn't have a cameraman. He was literally by himself.
No, he carried all that shit.
He did all the shit by himself. They drop him off. He would go the whole time filming, setting everything up, doing all the work until he got to the point where he got, picked up or whatever. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that I don't know. I couldn't do what he was doing. I'd probably go crazy, but
I hear you.
um, no,
I didn't know
MSW.
that. My boys were watching that show, and they were talking about it, and I'm like, yeah, it's another reality show. I'd watch it with them. It's like, oh yeah, it's cool. And and when they told me that, I was like, no, I didn't believe them. I was like, there's no way. There's no way this guy's by himself. Like, what? What if something happens? Like, what? And they're like, no, no, he's by himself. I was like, holy shit. And then I saw him later on, like on an interview or something, and he was talking about it. I was like, oh my God, dude, that's crazy. That takes a lot of work.
Oh yeah, most definitely. And then on top of trying to like actually survive, you're having
Right.
to take care of all this extra camera shit. I mean,
Yep.
I think he carried like three large like totes of camera equipment or whatever,
I'm
some shit
sure.
like that.
Yeah, it's not like you can plug your charger into the fucking tree if your
No,
battery dies. Put a
get him
little
free
crank.
energy.
Put a little crank on the side of the tree. All right, come on. Charge it up.
Um, but yeah, no, that MSWs can be pretty intense.
Yeah.
Um, I
So
wasn't really.
how did it end? How did you guys come out? Did
I
okay?
We got shit on. We utterly got shit on.
Yeah.
Um, Solsk is that field. If you've ever seen Jet's videos or Unicorn Leah's videos where they're all getting fragged inside of this like tin hut.
Oh yeah, I've seen some of those.
Yeah, that one.
That's the
That,
one.
yeah, that was the one.
Holy
And
shit.
it is definitely as batshit crazy inside of there. But our cadre did not want to be in the building.
Yeah.
So he sent the 5 people from Wolves of Asgard that were still left and the rest of second platoon with me. They're like, you're gonna go hold the rear flank. Um, we set up a defensive perimeter back there. We had one LMG, we had a M60 machine gun, and a bunch of riflemen. Well, not really a bunch. It was more like 10. 10
Yeah.
people. And we sent I myself and one of the people from second squad went forward. We did a we performed some recon, and I came back on the over the radio. I'm like, we've got a squad of 10 Russians showing up. About 150, 200 yards out, coming up to our rear flank. I'm like, scratch that. Make that 20. Scratch that again. Make that 40.
Oh
There was
shit.
120 fucking Russians from
Oh
the
my
rear
god.
flank. So yeah, 10 versus 120.
Dude.
That's about how that went.
Oh my god.
10 shitters fighting it out with 120 Russians. It was over in probably like 60 seconds, but like
yeah.
I don't know, that was the best 50 60 seconds I've ever had.
Right? I mean, just fighting for your life, at that point. Just. Now, what were you using? Were you using the sniper there? Were you trying to snipe?
I did not bring that one. Uh, I could grab it. Can I grab it?
Yeah, of course.
Sure. This little ugly thing. It's just Aries Amoeba M4 Polar
Gotcha.
Star Jack in it.
Okay. Hell yeah.
I actually met Airsoft Alphonse while I was out there.
Oh shit! Did he sign it?
Yep.
Fuck
I
yeah,
got
dude.
really,
That's awesome.
yeah. It's that
That's
piece of
pretty
shit.
cool.
Well, it's not really a piece of shit, but
Hell
the
yeah.
angry gun that won't die.
We
It
have a
won't.
Lancer Tactical like that, bro. I'm telling you, this thing's a fucking badass. I don't know what kind of steroids they put in it out of the manufacturing place, but it's like the only Lancer Tactical that is just fucking beast. Full auto all day or semi,
Oh
doesn't
yeah.
matter. Whatever kind of weight BBs we put in this thing, it just keeps running. And we got it in like our
Mhm.
second mystery box for like 80
Yep.
fucking dollars. I don't even know. It's
I can.
crazy.
Yeah. That gun I can put whatever weight I want in it. I can full auto it all the damn day long. When it was an AEG. I actually at a rec game I was running that gun, just assaulting straight forward, full auto mag dumping. I blew the front of the gearbox off. It exploded,
Nice.
and it kept running.
Holy shit.
It kept going. The
Oh,
fully detached front end of the gearbox, and it kept going. Still kept shooting people. It
that
just
is
would not
crazy.
die, and I'm sure it would have kept running.
That's crazy, bro.
So,
Yeah.
like, if any gun I'm taking to MS Milsim West that I know I won't die on me, it's gonna be that one.
Yeah. No shit. Yeah, you're always taking that one as a backup.
Oh yeah, no matter what, it goes.
Yeah. Hell
Um,
yeah. Well, you had so that's a big so that's got to be your biggest mill sim, right? That you've gone to?
Most definitely.
Okay.
I think the well, second biggest would have been Firestorm at Hole in the Wall. Not nearly the same player count,
Yeah.
but for there was about 120, maybe 140 players there on a 10 acre, not 10 acre, about 15-acre field.
Gotcha.
A lot of people
Yeah.
on a small area.
Mhm.
Um, Looking at going to another event, one of the Sheboygan events, Sheboygan, Wisconsin, for the insane asylum.
Oh yeah. I want to
Gonna,
say I've seen a couple videos on that actually. Who was it? We were watching a video. We did this reaction video or something. I want to say there was a couple of shots or scenes in that building. I think it was from WAG Entertainment, or WAG Airsoft or something like that. Um, and I think it was in that insane asylum.
I believe so.
Looked pretty crazy.
I know Airsoft Alphonse does a lot of videos there.
Maybe that's where I've seen it.
Yeah. Um, one of my buddies, that's Roger, that also went to Milsim West with me. Uh, he actually lives like 10 minutes away from him in Michigan,
Oh shit.
and I think he might have actually got to meet Silo because Silo was up here just recently with Airsoft Alphonse. They
Okay.
went to that most recent Sheboygan game up
Gotcha.
there. Silo Entertainment.
Nice. So
But
what? How did you get into teching? Like what? When you get into airsoft, you start playing, and then did you have a background in like tinkering with stuff or working with tools or fixing things, that kind of thing?
um, really the only, well, actually, yeah, I did have a little bit of experience. Mostly from my work experience, I've always worked with and ran machines, not
Hmm.
like heavy equipment, but like shop machines,
Yeah.
uh, molding presses,
Oh
plastic
shit.
injection, shit like
Yeah.
that.
That's dude. I've worked on that for 20 years. Yep.
Machines go down, so I'm like, well, maintenance ain't gonna be here until like another 20 minutes. Might as well
No
figure out
shit.
how to fix it.
Yep.
So, Tess, the person I mentioned before, she was
Yeah.
actually the one that got me into it because she's been teching for 15 years.
Oh shit.
Yeah. She's like, well, it's gonna break at some point, and I'm not always gonna be around, so you're gonna learn today.
Now is she part of does she know the TST guys?
Yep. Otter is actually from Wolves of Asgard.
Oh,
He
okay.
used to be on Wolves of Asgard.
Gotcha.
Mason was for a short second.
Hmm.
Um, and then there's a few other teams that used to be members of Wolves of Asgard.
Yeah.
So yeah, she knows like Mason all and all of them.
Okay.
Um, no, I run into those guys quite regularly. Regularly there at Cedar Airsoft.
Yeah.
No, play and shoot those guys quite a bit.
Hell yeah. Yeah, no shit. Well, I'm looking at when I go through your Instagram, I'm seeing like you're working on. I'll pull up this picture here. Uh,
That is a ANK M60. I think
yes.
I have it written wrong on that post. I think I
Yeah.
wrote it as an MK43.
Right.
Yeah. ANK M60. I was doing a wire harness for that.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I see you're soldering. That's who was I talking with? Damn, I was just talking with somebody on the podcast about the soldering stuff and how difficult it is. I think it was call sign Cap, actually,
Mm.
and he was talking about how these he was trying to solder a trigger board,
Mhm.
and they're so tiny, and I was like, yeah, fuck that, bro. I can solder, but the real tiny shit, I have a hard time doing it.
Um. Yeah. No. Micro soldering is a bitch. I hate it. I've
My drips are too big. I can't, like even when I use the small solder, it just
you almost need one of those like pinpoint tips with like super thin
oh,
solder.
right.
Personally, I try to like go for a lower temp so it's slower and you can
Mm,
kind of control control the amount that's melting
Gotcha.
instead of, just flash melting.
Yeah. Yeah,
Um,
that's what mine would do. I would try to do that with these guys' guns. I did fix a few of them, the normal ones, the regular version 2 gearboxes that didn't have any kind of special shit. But the one they wanted me to, I think it was Chris's, he had a 249 built, and it was full steel. It was on back order. Like he had this, he ordered it and everything. So he wanted to put a MOSFET and I don't know. He wanted to put some stuff in there. Well, he messed it up, and he's like,
mhm.
"Hey, can you fix this?" So I had to undo, like, take the wires off of his solder and take it off and clean it up, and then resolder it. And I was like, "Bro, this I'm gonna need like a smaller set because I can't.
Yeah,
These globs are too big." Were you self-taught with soldering?
yeah.
Okay.
Um, I did a little bit of welding before that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, MIG and TIG welding.
Right.
Like it can't be too much different. So I just kind of went at it. Figured
Yeah.
I figured it out. So
Nice.
now I got a whole bunch of different shit.
Yeah, that's so what are you working on now? You got a pistol? What are
Yeah.
you cleaning it?
No, it's a tap, an Echo One tap. For some reason, it will not quite. I believe it's a problem with the blowback unit.
Mm.
Um, never actually worked on one of these before. It's got like a split, that kind of design. Doesn't like
Yeah,
this,
it's cool.
but no. Um, running a green gas mag on it, it will not blow back, but on CO2, it will.
Yeah.
So it's got some kind of a issue with the blowback unit. There's a new player that's coming in, and he wanted a high kappa and a decent gun. So rebuilding a high kappa for him, and he's gonna be buying one of my Crytek's.
Oh shit. Nice.
It's actually that tan one on there on Instagram.
Let's see.
Go down a little bit. It's right below that galaxy tattoo.
Oh, okay.
It won't come with the scope. He said I can't afford that.
I was gonna say that's a nice scope.
That's
Hell
a
yeah.
vortex.
Oh, that's cool, man. I think we had. I think we got one of these one time. I think one of the guys bought a recce. I don't know. I can't remember. We had so many in the beginning from all these different boxes, and then the guys were buying some, on their own. But they look cool. Crytek's good, good brand.
Yeah, they're pretty good. Um, I love their gearboxes. They're really robust, really tough. You can
Yeah.
do a lot with them without them exploding.
Mm.
Um, personally, retro arms for at least like the strength of them, retro
Yeah.
arms, and then the Nautilus V2 from Crytek, two strongest gearboxes guaranteed.
Okay.
At least in my opinion.
Yeah. I've never worked on those. The Crytek's that these guys bought, because they bought LVOAC
Hmm.
and then something else. And then I can't remember who bought the recce, but they uh, they never had a problem with it, and so they never took it apart, or at least I didn't have to work on the gearbox, so I didn't have to mess with it.
Right out of the box, Crytek's are pretty good. A lot of people just don't like modify them internally. They'll just change the barrel and hop up. The stock barrel is 6.0 or 6.5
Mm,
millimeter, and the hop up's all right,
yeah.
but that's about the most that I see a lot of people do with them.
Okay. Now these tattoos are these? Are you into astronomy?
Yeah. Um, Growing up,
Oh,
I always
these are
like,
all tattoos.
yeah,
You got? Did you get them all in the same day? Because
yeah,
they look fresh.
yeah,
What the fuck? That's like an all day thing, bro.
yeah. I think I sat there for like 4 hours.
Yeah. Damn. Okay. Now, did you go back and have them colored or something after?
Yeah, I'm gonna be having them colored. Um, Kind of emergency, had to buy another car, so that kind of got in the way.
Oh, okay. Those are cool.
I think I have 15 on that arm now.
Holy shit.
15, 20.
Yeah, my daughter, my youngest daughter just got she just I can't remember if it's finished or not, but she's gone to 3 sessions on her thigh.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking massive. And so or no, she's gone to 2 sessions. It's not done yet. But honestly, I can't remember what it is. She's gonna kill me. But it's a I don't know, a bunch of flowers or butterfly or some shit. But it's a bunch of stuff. It's real big, and she's had it shaded but not filled in with color yet.
Mm.
So like 2 6-hour sessions she's gone to, and yeah. So her and her husband are that like every other weekend. That's where they're at. Like, oh,
Tattoo parlor.
we're just gonna go to another tattoo. So, now what got you into astronomy? Did you like that when you were a kid?
Yeah, I used to stare at the stars, you know, with everything that was going on when I was a kid. I don't know, it's one of the only places I ever like really found peace other than, going out
Yeah,
hunting or fishing or whatever.
right.
But I don't know. I figured I'd dedicate like my whole right arm to it, I suppose.
Hell yeah. Do you have any siblings?
Yeah, I do. Um, One I don't talk to, him and I don't see eye to eye on things.
Gotcha.
And then my brother Ted, all from different fathers. I guess my mom got around.
Okay. Hey, you know.
Um, my brother Ted, um, he's got frontal lobal cerebral palsy.
Oh shit.
So like he's blind.
Yeah.
He also holds one of the like Guinness World Book of World Records for like smallest child to live through birth.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
How small?
he
Couple
like
pounds or a pound or something?
he could fit in my palm. I have pretty small hands.
Oh my god.
He's probably like from here to like here, somewhere in there.
Holy shit.
Yeah. He's 45 now, fully grown
Yeah,
ass man.
that's crazy. Well, those are the kind that, the doctors say, hey, we don't know. Like maybe he'll live 2 hours or two
Yeah.
months. We don't know.
They gave him like 2 weeks maybe. I don't
Yeah.
remember off the top of my head.
Uh-huh. That's nuts, bro. Okay. So now are they kind of close in vicinity to where you live?
Um, I think my second oldest brother, Jeremy, I don't know what he's doing. He's a tax accountant, makes all kinds of money. He probably lives in Jamaica. I don't know. Um, and then Ted, he stays with my dad. My dad takes full-time care of him,
Yeah.
along with my stepmom.
Gotcha.
She also takes care of Tab. They live like 20 minutes away.
Oh, okay.
Um, I took 4 years of psychology when I was in high school,
No shit.
and Ted is the reason why I did that.
Wow.
Um, he had a lot of behavioral issues,
Yeah.
so I'm like, okay, so why is he doing that? I don't understand. I don't get it. So I took
Right.
4 years of like entry level, like college entry level psychology. I guess
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
the best way to put it. It wasn't like
Sure.
college psychology,
Right.
but it would be like something you would like an AP course almost.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Do you think that helped you as you got older?
yeah, it helped me realize that knowing psychology is a blessing and is a curse and a curse.
Yeah.
Um, I would definitely say it helped a lot. Um,
Yeah.
being that I'm ADD I'm pretty. I don't know at like what level, but I would say it's pretty severe. So it helped
Yeah.
me like learn how to effectively cope with that
Okay.
and manage it. I'm not on any kind of medications. I just learned, you know, effective ways on how to like, manage that.
Yeah.
Um,
That's good.
so like I don't know, make a list and make sure that your brain doesn't try to intrusively lead you somewhere else.
Mm-hmm. I saw this. I listen to this podcast daily, and the guy talks about this. I can't remember the name of the technique, but it's some kind of technique where, and it's supposed to help people with their focus.
Mhm.
That have those kind of issues. Which honestly, most people have an issue with focus, but
Yep.
myself included. So it is basically whatever you're going to focus on. Make a list. Do this, whatever, and then pick one thing that you want to work on, and you do it. And you get rid of your phone, like put your phone in the other room, whatever you're going to work on. Get rid of all the distractions. 20 minutes of nonstop, 100% in the moment, present, 100% effort on whatever you're working on for 20 minutes. And then you take a
Mhm.
5 minute break, totally get away from it, and then 20 more minutes, and then take a 5 minute break. So it's it's supposed to, build that up to where you force your brain into, your mind into focusing more and more and more. And at the beginning, he's talking like people that start this, they can't last 5 minutes, in
Mhm.
the beginning. So, but your goal is 20. So you set the timer, do it for 20, and it's just like working out. It's like, oh, I can't walk a mile yet. I can walk a quarter of a mile, and I'll just do, every day a few more steps, every day a few more steps. So with that, it's every day a few more minutes or whatever that you really focus on this one thing. No distraction. Your mind's going to wander, but then you
Mhm.
bring it back to the task, bring it back to the task, bring it back to the task. So, and a lot of people are starting to use that because the medication, they'll be on it for years and it really stops helping, I think, I guess, is what I've heard. And
Most definitely.
yeah, so a lot of people are really trying to look at alternative measures for dealing with that.
Um, personally, like with the medication,
Yeah.
I was on that for 12 years,
No
all through
shit.
all through school.
Yeah.
Um, started out at like 15 and ended at like 30, 30, 35 milligram.
Yeah.
Um, I found that I would just pretty much just stare at whatever I was doing until I was given another task. I would do that
Mm.
task and then go back to staring in one direction. pretty much like a zombie. Um,
Jeez.
Now that I'm off it, been off it since 2015.
Okay.
The side effect of that, random migraines
Oh shit.
for being on basically an amphetamine for that long.
Yeah.
So on top of what you were saying about the medications, being off of it
Mm.
and having had been on it for so long, migraines.
That's terrible.
Um, Personally for me, what disrupts the focus because it's kind of like an oxymoron. You can't focus, but when you do focus, you're hyper focused on it.
Right.
And what takes away that focus, like say hyper focused on building this pistol,
Yeah.
what happens is I need to build a pistol. Laundry. No, I need to finish building the pistol. I need to go brush my teeth. It's intrusive thoughts.
Yeah.
And then that intrusive thought, it could even be like a random memory of some random shit that happened years ago or yesterday or 5 minutes
Yeah.
ago. You just
Mm-hmm.
then you get that kid that's staring out the window. That was me.
Yeah.
Happens at work. Like I cut meat now.
Okay.
I work at a place called Hazekamp Meats. Do a lot of chicken, do a lot of pork, do a lot of beef, a lot
Gotcha.
of set weight stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll notice that I'll be doing it. I'll be doing it up, cutting 6 ounce chicken breast or steak or pork or
Yeah.
whatever, and I'll just stop because an intrusive thought came in. Usually it's a memory, like I don't know, getting assaulted by 120 Russians at MSW,
Drama.
and I'll be like going through that memory, and I'll just stop. But that was an
Yeah.
intrusive thought while I was focused on um whatever the hell it was that I was cutting,
Yeah.
or trying to like I was saying, trying to build this pistol. Laundry.
Mm-hmm.
Whee! There goes the squirrel.
Yep.
If they were ever to find a effective way to keep people with ADD on track,
Mm-hmm.
it would have to. I believe wholeheartedly, it'd have to be something that would allow that, take away that those consecutive intrusive thoughts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's what I've heard about. Like what is it? Adderall.
Mm-hmm. Adderall,
Um.
Ritalin, Vyvanse.
Yeah. I remember the first time I ever tried Adderall. This guy, I don't have like ADHD or anything like medically, so he, one of the guys I ran a GameStop, a
Mm-hmm.
video game store for 3 years when I first moved to South Carolina from Ohio. And one of my guys that worked there, he came in and he's like, "Man, we're ready to get shit done. You want one of these?" And I was like, him and I gamed, with each other on like Gears of War and shit all the time. And I was like, "What is it?" And it was like this little blue pill, not a Viagra, but he was like,
Like a blue white
uh,
pill.
yeah, and he's like, "It's Adderall." I don't even know at that point. I don't even know if I had even heard of it. This is like 14 years ago, and I was like, "Oh, okay, whatever," because I know what. The only one I had heard of for that kind of medical thing is Ritalin, right?
Yep.
So he said Adderall. I was like, I don't even know what that is. He's like, man, it's like caffeine basically or whatever. I was like,
Yeah,
okay,
sure.
whatever,
Yeah.
sure. It'll help wake me up because we were just opening the store. And I was so fucking focused, bro. I had in my head, I had this list of things that I wanted to do that day. And I mean, number one, laser focused on it until it got done. Number
Hmm.
two, laser focused. And I don't remember because it was almost like hazy, but not in a fog. Like we were very clear and focused on what we were doing. But I think we talked the whole time, like nonstop, while we were
Oh
doing our
yeah.
things. But I was getting shit done. And then number two, and then number three, and
Yep.
by the end of the day, I was like, what the fuck happened? Like it felt awesome, but I did have a crash. You know, it was like I
Yep.
took too much caffeine or whatever. For me, he was fine. You know, because it kept him normal. But he's like, yeah, this, and I can't remember what the dosage was, but he's like, yeah, I gave you a big one. I was like, I don't know what the fuck, but it was, you know, whatever. But it worked. It worked for that day. But I can't imagine, um, you know, taking that every day because I did feel pretty like a crash
Oh
later
yeah.
that night. Pretty heavy.
It lasts for like 6 to 8 hours on average,
Yeah.
and then after that 6 to 8 hours is just like you're saying, just downhill done.
Oh yeah.
You're you're just totally trashed.
Now you
At least
you said
in
you're getting migraines. Do you get them? Is there anything that sets that off?
my area. Much like having ADD itself, stress levels,
Gotcha.
dietary, obviously hydration,
Yeah.
dehydration will cause migraines.
So being out in Oklahoma and 120 Russians rushing at you, and you're kind of dehydrated, you'll get a migraine.
So when I was out there, I kept up on my hydration.
Good.
I kept up on my food levels, a consistent nutritional intake,
Yeah.
and definitely brought caffeine pills. um, kind of caffeine actually. Some people with ADD can actually use caffeine to kind of level themselves out in a sense,
Yeah.
in place of uh, Adderall or
Gotcha. Okay.
Ritalin.
Mm-hmm.
In small amounts, it can kind of help, or you just smoke weed.
Yeah. Oh, gotcha. Okay. And that kind of levels you out
Yep.
as far as
Um.
the thinking all crazy all over the place.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Uh. I don't know if you've ever seen them, but like brain scans of someone who has ADD compared to someone who doesn't.
Uh-uh. No, I've never seen it.
Um. The the brain scans were like scanning for the like parts of the brain that were actively firing, like just on average
Yeah.
across the board. Um, it kind of looked like a goddamn Christmas tree.
Really?
Uh, the activity across the board for someone who has ADD is almost 10 times more active, firing 10 times more.
Yeah.
Yeah, look it up.
Yeah, you don't mind, do you?
Alright. No, there you go. That third one on the right.
This one
Yeah,
here? That's crazy.
no
I mean,
ADD,
all
80.
these. That one's not as easy to tell what they're but yeah, this one here. The problem is I don't know what I mean, they're very different for sure. So all this, like, there's no red in this one barely, but there's all this blue. Oh, okay. So they're so I guess so what are they saying, like people were saying that that is basically like over dramatized or something because
Yeah,
they're just kind of making it up just to explain why kids aren't paying attention.
yeah. Uh,
Oh, okay.
Definitely. I've heard that more times than I can count.
Really?
I mean, I'm sorry, but if you can make a fucking brain scan and show you that that's where it's at,
Yeah.
I'm pretty. If it's on obviously measurable, I'm gonna. How can you deny it? It's right
Oh,
there in
yeah,
front.
for sure. Yeah, I can't imagine. I guess I've never really run into anybody that has said that they don't believe that it's real or something. I think what I've heard is, and I know that there's people out there saying that. I'm sure. I've never personally experienced it. I've heard of it, but it is the like the reasoning behind it, like or the treatment. So they're just saying that yeah, maybe the kid is a little more hyperactive than everyone else, but he doesn't have that. They're just saying that so they can prescribe something for him, whatever kind of thing. But yeah, I've been around enough people that legit have it. We're on medication, and when they don't have it, like they can barely hold a conversation
Mm-hmm.
for 2 seconds because they're, but when they, are on, they take whatever they take. I guess it's Adderall or Ritalin or something that they can kind of calm down. Now my son, he, we were lucky actually. All five of our kids, none of them, had that. Now Connor is our youngest son. He's the fourth out of five, and he is 22 now. But he gets to a little bit of that where he can't focus, like at work and stuff. And yeah, he never got on medication. He so he does like what you said. He just smokes weed. So yeah, he just like smokes that, and he's like, it totally calms his brain. He can talk normal. He can think normal, and it helps him, deal with that. So, and we're in South Carolina, so it's we're always talking like, yeah, maybe they'll legalize it here, and we're like, no, man, this is a Bible Belt. That
Yeah.
thing's gonna be the last, the last.
I mean,
Oh yeah,
yeah. I would say for like a medicinal purpose, I would say weed definitely helps a lot.
yeah,
Personally, I don't smoke really ever.
gotcha.
Um, Kind of depends on the different kinds of strains. Like an indica will definitely mellow me out, where a sativa will definitely make me go fast as fuck. It
Nice.
sati that kind of strain will essentially, I guess, energize you, get you to
Yeah.
want to clean the house. No,
Well, we
but
went to the mill sim back in, was it April? No, yeah, something like that. And we went to Stonebreaker here in South Carolina,
I
and
wanted to go to that.
yeah, dude, it was fun. It's big, 700 people, and we're out there in the campgrounds, and after the first or second phase, before the nighttime game on Saturday, it is the whole camping area. You see some smoke from barbecues, and you see the other smoke from Cheech and Chong van over here. Okay, like it was. You get contact highs
Oh,
from out there in the campground. But it's great, man. Like, one of the things I liked about it was, being at the mill sim. It's so nobody. There's no rules. Like after the games, like out in the campground, everyone's respectful. Nobody's throwing their trash everywhere. They're picking up, mostly. I mean, there's some, trash when they leave, but for as many people as were camping out there, everyone's cool as fuck. People are drinking, smoking, and you don't have a bunch of fights going on, right?
Thank
Uh,
God.
so, it's laid back, man. It's cool as fuck.
Um, Here's a question for you.
Okay,
You asked me what the most memorable experience I had. What
I
is your
did.
worst experience
Mine?
you've ever had? And I'll tell you mine.
Uh, well, let's see. Well, my airsoft experience has been, as far as actually being to a field, has only been 2 times. So all the other times have been,
Oh,
yeah, has been editing, just running the channel. But
no.
uh, okay, this isn't. It's partially due with airsoft because I was working on a video at the time, for our channel. But when we first started our channel, my worst, I guess it's kind of it falls under the airsoft thing because I was editing an airsoft video for our YouTube channel. But I was at when we first started, I could walk, but not that great.
Hmm.
So I was pretty unstable on my feet, and at the time I was 80 pounds heavier than I am now. I was like 320 pounds, 325 pounds,
Hmm.
and I was swelled up from all this stuff, whatever. And then so I'm editing this video, and I I left, and I started walking down the hall to get something out of the room or go to the bathroom or something, and I fell. My legs gave out,
Oh,
which had
really?
happened a couple times before, and or a handful of times before. But my legs gave out, and I fell down. I couldn't get up, uh, and at the I could barely I could crawl into my room, but I really couldn't get up too well. So I was pretty frustrated. I was pretty, mentally, emotionally. Um, I was pretty frustrated. So I guess that one, and then a real airsoft event that was most memorable, that was fun but painful, was when I was talking shit to these guys because I was an old school paintballer, okay,
Sure.
and when
Sure.
they got into cliche, like classic, nothing new here, just one of those old guys like, oh, paintball's where it's at, airsoft is for pussies, that shit don't hurt, and
Sure.
so
Sure.
I had them. We got a mystery box. It had a Sterling, and it was a full metal short SMG that had a side-fed magazine. It came with a 90 round mid cap.
Sure.
We're out there testing it, doing a review. I'm like, I'm talking shit the whole time. All three of my sons were over here, and I'm like, and then a couple other people were here too. Johnny was here, and then my wife was outside, and I'm like, I'm standing there drinking a beer. I'm like, this shit doesn't hurt, blah 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 blah, whatever. And they're like, I'm telling you, it does. Just shut up. All right, shoot my hand. And they're like 40 feet away. So if you've heard our podcast, older ones, I've told this story numerous times. But anyway, I had them shoot me in the hand, unload the mag, just do it. And I'm over here holding the beer, no eye pro on, no, just turn my head, go. And so they shot my hand where all the tendons are. Not halfway through that magazine, bro, I was like, okay, that's it. So that will forever be burned in my brain. Okay, from the pain of that because that pain lasted for like a week because my tendons were wrecked.
Oh,
I couldn't make a fist. I couldn't use a mouse. I was done editing for that whole week because I couldn't even use the keyboard or nothing.
Jesus. You played
Yeah,
gorilla. That's what we call it over here, gorilla.
gotcha.
Um,
That's right. What's yours?
Trying to decide if I can have this story told.
Oh shit.
But here. How does Beyblades and anal beads as a conversation starter sound to you?
Beyblades.
And anal beads.
It sounds like an anime.
I wish it fucking was. It was a real fucking thing. And something I had to deal with two airsofters at an airsoft field.
What? Okay, so what is? Explain what Beyblades are. I think most people know what anal beads are.
They're kind of like a battle top thing,
Yeah.
right? If you look it up on there, they got like little blades on them. You pull a ripcord and it spins real fast, and another person, pulls that ripcord, and the fucking tops basically clash into each other, shit like that.
Oh, it's like one of those robot war things or something.
Yeah, essentially, they're like battle tops, essentially.
Is that
They
like
got
one of
little
them?
pins on them. Yeah,
Okay.
but no, that was the first thing that got brought to me at that very shitty experience that I got to have. Um, two
Why? Why
people.
did somebody?
These two airsoft players wanted myself and Tess to decide who was wrong in a situation and brought it to us.
Okay.
They went and seen this chick out in fucking Chicago or some shit, and because dude one was sad, so dude two wanted to go have a play thing with some chick in Chicago.
Okay.
They're doing stuff, and anal beads were involved. And dude one decides to rip him out like a fucking ripcord, like a Beyblade. And
Oh,
they brought this to the airsoft field, and he wanted me and Tess to decide who was wrong because the chick was trying to sue one of them.
holy shit.
I'm trying to leave out some details here,
Yeah. Yeah. Right. I
but
get it.
no,
Oh.
that was like,
So what? Uh. So they had to explain the whole situation,
yeah,
obviously.
yeah,
Now the whoever had the anal beads in, did they get hurt?
yeah, like she got like hospitalized for a little bit
Oh, fuck.
because like fucking anal beads.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
rip that out like a starting a lawnmower.
Right.
Like he's gonna hurt someone.
Oh shit.
No, that was
So
I
why?
don't I don't
What were they trying to get from you guys? Just like a debate
so,
on, or some advice or whatever on, hey, this would be painful
oh
or
oh
something.
so I left something out there. So dude one was the driver,
Yeah.
and chick called them while they were still in Chicago and wanted them to pay for the medical bill that
Yeah.
she got, rightfully so. I mean, you
That's only
fucking
fair.
did this to me. Um, and dude one and two got in an argument, so dude one throws the other dude two out of a moving vehicle.
Holy shit.
Yeah, out of a
Oh
moving
my.
vehicle.
Oh my god. This is like a fucking airsoft soap opera, bro.
What the fuck is soap opera? So, like, they originally told this to Tess. Tess
Yeah.
brings it to me because Tess can't wrap her fucking head around it,
Yeah.
and tells it to. I wish I could have. When she said, you know, Beyblades and anal beads, I wish I could have just left this planet at that point. But no, dude one pushed dude two out of a moving car and left him in Chicago, and they came back, ended up here back in Michigan,
Oh my god.
and then decided that they wanted to us to figure out who was right or wrong in their,
So who pulled? What dude? One or two pulled the anal beads out like a lawnmower?
Dude one.
Then he's a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Okay, like that. End of discussion. Like, you go back to the girl, say, "I'm really sorry. How much was your medical? I'll pay for it, and it'll never happen again." Done. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. But like dude one was saying some shit like, well, it was his idea, this, that, and the other thing, but dude, you're the one who pulled it out.
Nah, man. I don't care. That's yeah. You don't do that shit. You can't call peer pressure when you're a fucking adult. Okay.
Can't.
Nah,
And
dude.
like own
Especially
up to
when
what
the
you
peer
fucking
pressure
did.
leads to physical harm to somebody.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Obviously, I mean, that's what happened. Kind of.
No.
Well,
That's
like,
not.
no, like, I guess I missed what you said. Because I was trying to, like, talk over you.
Oh, what's that?
Uh, what you were saying about peer pressure and physical harm.
Oh yeah, yeah.
No, those,
Like you can't say, oh well, he talked me into doing it, or it was his idea.
yeah, but you,
When
you, you still
you
made the
have a
choice to fucking
choice,
do it.
right? You look at the situation and go, no, that would probably hurt. I'm not doing it. Oh,
It's,
come on, dude, just do it. Fuck no. I'm not gonna hurt somebody because you're over here being a dumbass with your head up. No. Uh.
it goes back to the old saying. I mean, if your friends jumped off a bridge, are you gonna do it?
Dude, for real. Like, you want to see that shit? Go watch Jackass. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it in real life to this girl. That's fucking dumb.
No, that was my worst experience ever. Like, I've I've maybe once seen an altercation, never been in one.
Yeah.
Been overshot, shot in the face. Never. No, that one. That's probably my worst experience so far.
Yeah. Yeah. That's my first
Fortunately,
time
that
hearing about something like that. I'm looking at these Beyblades like, okay, I remember these when the kids had them,
yeah,
when they were like teenagers, or whatever. And
had
you,
like little TV shows
yeah,
and
that
shit.
has that. It has the plastic rod, whatever on it that's like got teeth on it. So it's like rubs on the or runs on the gears. So you pull it real fast and it spins it like a top. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, that's nah, dude. That is now if it was something like okay, the girl said, in the heat of the moment, like pull them out faster or whatever, like, and she didn't
Yeah,
know, like whatever. Di- you know, Number one, that's different, but also it still doesn't excuse the guy just
oh,
leaving her like that. Like fucking, hey, you help. Like, oh shit, I'm sorry. What let me go buy you an ice pack.
yeah,
Um, I don't know. Like, don't be a
right.
dick and just leave.
Yeah, no. I like. Why'd you have to bring this to me? God damn it.
Well, now we all know.
Yeah, we all know
Thanks,
because now
Izzy.
I had to experience, and now you do too.
So you just had to get it off your chest, man. That's all right. Uh, well, you said, when we were chatting, texting before, you said, you like your first when I first asked you to be on the podcast, you were like, "Well, I don't really show my face like at the field and stuff, nobody." And I was like, "Dude, that's fine. Wear your mask." Because I've had a few people do that on here already. I don't know if you saw the one with the Brim Airsoft.
I didn't see
Uh,
that.
yeah, he wore a whole thing. So, I've noticed there's a handful. Actually, I just talked to another guy the same day I chatted with you. He's in the UK, and he actually doesn't even play airsoft, but he's a former Royal Marine commando, military guy that started a business over there selling tactical gear, and a
Hmm.
lot of his customers are airsoft. So he's starting to learn a lot about airsoft because that's a lot of his market. So, and he's like, hey, I have this thing about all his Instagram posts are his face is blurred out,
Yep.
and I'm like, that's fine, dude. Wear a mask. Like this is, wear a helmet with a face shield. I don't, whatever. Totally don't, it does not bother me. It is now. I could do these where you could just turn your camera off. you know, uh, and I've had people ask me that. So then I'm just talking to the little, screen where it's not, showing anything. And then later when I edit it, I could put a picture from your Instagram or something like that, or if you sent me one, I could put that over there. It's not as interesting, honestly.
Yeah.
Even if you have your face covered, people still, uh, see you moving around, see you talking. It's
Yeah.
more interesting on video than just having a still picture there. So I'm not gonna force somebody, like, hey, no, man, you really gotta, everyone's got to see your face. Like, I don't care. Just cover your face. It's fine. So when you go to the field, does anyone you play airsoft with uh, see your, like, know what you look like outside
Mm.
of your mask at
Some
the
of them
airsoft
do.
field? Okay,
Like Ryan, Tess, obviously. I mean, she's like my fucking best friend.
right,
Mason, all of them. Sometimes it's kind of unavoidable. Like,
gotcha.
if I want to go have a smoke or like take a
Yeah,
drink or whatever, whatever the fuck,
right.
or eat something.
Yeah,
Sometimes
yeah,
it's
that's true.
unavoidable, but most of the time I'll either usually have my mask on or I'll be wearing a different loadout and I'll have this on or whatever it might be.
Right.
That's because of like dysphoria.
Yeah.
Um,
I honestly don't know what that is. I've heard the word, but I'm not sure what that is.
it what is trying to find the best way to explain it because
Dysphoria. How do you spell that? Is that with a F? Yeah, here we go.
it's like DYSPHO dysphoria.
PH. Oh, okay. Um, here we go. This says the word dysphoria is used in general to describe discomfort, distress, or unease. Okay.
So it's like, with that definition, it's kind of like seeing your own face and being entirely repulsed by seeing it.
Oh, you have that?
Something I deal with. I mean,
Really?
like I was mentioned before, I am trans.
Yeah.
Usually I don't speak a lot. So here I am trying to, like be more comfortable with speaking by being on a podcast that thousands of people are going to watch.
Yeah, dude. No, only two people watch this. Okay, like nobody watches this shit. I promise you.
Um,
But yeah. So has that? Well, one, I appreciate you being on here, getting the courage up to do it because that could be, it's good for you. You
yeah,
made you made progress. You made a step in the right direction as far as, okay, I'm gonna get over this for this 2 hours we're talking here, whatever. Like,
yeah,
it's no big deal. Um, and then you don't know who you're gonna help. Whoever's
yeah.
gonna hear this, you know, um,
That's
that's a good thing.
that's kind of another reason why I decided, fuck it, let's do it.
Good.
Is like much as I like to build, nice guns for people and share what I like to do,
Right.
through everything that I've been through as a person, disregarding being trans,
Right.
I don't want anyone else to have to like feel the way that I did
Yeah.
previously in life. So like if I can come up here and do that, it might help someone else. So
Sure.
here we
Oh,
are.
it definitely will. Yeah, man. That's good. The and that's have you felt like since you've been part of the airsoft community that it's one of the more welcoming kind of,
Mm,
most of the time, or have you had a different experience because of, your your life or whatever?
it is kind of what I expected it to be.
Okay.
And when I say that is that there's gonna be people that don't agree with what you do.
Sure.
There's
Absolutely.
people I don't agree with what they do.
Right.
People are people. People
Yep.
do what people do. So I expected at some points, like at MSW, uh, some people don't want to play with you. People aren't going to associate. Some people aren't going to associate with you. That's fine.
Really?
Oh yeah. I'll use it as an example. At MSW, I'll throw their name out because these guys were really fucking shitty. Oklahoma Rangers.
Gotcha.
Uh, they said we're not gonna take command from any he/she faggots. Almost got their ass beat by Chris, who's former Rangers. That would have been hilarious, but it's
Now,
like shit
why?
like that.
Okay, so I guess how would if you're all geared up? I mean, you're not standing up on a fucking stage saying, "Hey, I'm trans," at the event.
No,
So
no, I'm just
how would they
here.
know? Because they hear your voice.
They see a presentation like I'll be honest, I have fucking tits, so
Yeah. So you got your. So they see your
uh,
boobs, they see
like
your wig
I've
or
got a
your
fucking
hair.
no. My hair is my hair.
I'm
What like
sorry, I didn't mean that.
no,
It's
it's fine.
nice. It's long.
But like I don't know. They see that, and then they see the voice that we hear now. And then they see all the plate carriers, and they're I don't know.
What's on the
I don't get it.
What's on the plate carriers?
Just a fucking tan plate carrier. Literally all it is. Got some mag pouches. Um, a
Oh, so nothing that
command
really
pouch.
stands out.
Yeah, it's got some off-colored mag pouches, a admin pouch, and a Titan battery patch on it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
So whatever it is, they know that uh, they see things that are like, oh, okay, and so that's what they said because you were going to be the squad leader.
Yeah.
So what they do? Walk away.
Um, at the time, like I was the only person left. I straight up told them like I don't have time to deal with you or your thought process. You can either run with me and the rest of second platoon, or not second platoon, second squad,
Yeah.
or you can fuck off.
Right. So this
Like
was during the game
during the game, yeah,
after it started.
yeah. After it started, after we got to the first drop point,
Yeah. Were you all
and
freezing and shit?
yep.
So they okay. That makes no sense to me.
So like
If someone has a good plan, like how a plan of attack, here's what we're gonna do. Who the fuck cares who says it?
I don't know,
What?
like
Okay.
I don't know. There's like
Yeah.
that experience, and then offhandedness.
Yeah.
But like I don't know. I just it doesn't bother me as much as like I thought it would, or you
Good.
know other people that I know that are trans.
Gotcha.
But I don't know. I don't go around toting it as it's like my personality.
Right.
I just fucking I want to go shoot people in the forest with plastic BBs and have literal
Exactly.
in the
And
word
not be judged for it.
I don't I almost don't even give a shit if they do judge me for it.
Well, no, you're out there having
I don't
fun. You're doing, yeah, you're doing what you like, and that's it.
yeah.
Well, good for you, man. For real. Yeah, when you, well, I'm glad you brought it up because when we were texting, and you said that, I was like, dude, I think a lot of people, uh, maybe on here as well, but definitely in real, in person in life, people that meet me that don't know me and my wife, very well, they have this, and I'm not saying you did, but most people do. They have this idea because they see what I look like. Find out I've been married for a long time, have 5 kids, prior military, Marine Corps, uh, and they have this idea, which I understand. It doesn't bother me. The stereotypes are a thing. It just builds up in your head like, okay, this is whatever. Like it's like when you get an M4 in a mystery box. What it's going to be shit. Okay, so um, we. I think a lot of people look at me and think that I'm going to be very strict in my way of thinking
Hmm.
and or narrow-minded maybe, and 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 I'm not. So and it's funny because most of my experiences, especially in the military and being overseas, has given me the open my mind, to
Yeah.
broaden my perspective on things as opposed to making it more narrow. I think if I would have stayed in the town that I grew up in a really strict religious household. I think I'd probably be way more narrow-minded in life and gone along with a lot more uh, rhetoric, I guess, or way of thinking that
Yeah.
is passed around in those kind of religious circles, and I wouldn't have like some of this stuff. Now that I look back on it, is I'm like, it's common sense. How the fuck? Like, why would we be so judgmental of this stuff? But so anyway. But yeah, when you texted me, I was like, yeah, okay. Like, no, dude, I don't. I care about the character of the person.
Hmm.
And I remember, I sent the message back to you like, are you, you know, if you're okay being on here, if it's not, if you're having fun playing airsoft and you want to talk about it, then there's no issue. Like
Yep.
what do we? Yeah, it's not a big deal, bro. So I'm really glad you came on here. So it's great to meet you for sure, and I'm really proud of you, man, for getting up the guts to be like, fuck it. You got to have a little bit of fuck it in your life. You
Oh
got
yeah.
to be, so you don't care so much about what other people think. So it doesn't stop you from taking action that, doing something good or positive or something that can affect or positively affect somebody else. You can
Mhm.
help people with your story.
Absolutely. Like,
Yeah.
I definitely enjoy being on here. Um,
Good.
the reason like I asked that question like right off the bat is like
Sure.
I don't know. Like you were saying, I don't know you.
No.
I didn't have any like preconceived like idea of oh this person might be an asshole. No, like
Yeah.
it's just like well, I didn't think like the OK Rangers that I ran into. Who
Right.
really knows? So like
You have no clue.
so I just asked right off the bat like let's get it right out of the way.
Yeah, I'm glad you did.
So, but no, like
Well,
I
this
guess
goes for, yourself, obviously. I was glad you had the guts to say it. Instead of just saying, no, I'm not, it's not really my thing, or I don't want to do it, or whatever. I'm glad you said something. I'm glad we got that out of the way. And we're able to talk here now. But this goes for anyone that's going to listen to this or watch this in the future. If there's any kind of situation like that, just know when you're talking to me, when you're talking to E-Rock, if you come on here, um, I welcome everyone. Okay, like if you're not hurting somebody, I care about your character, you as a person. I don't care about all that kind of stuff that gets over publicized now. Um, you know, and skewed in a lot of ways. Just let people live their lives. Okay, so we can have respect for one another, and we're all good. And that's, and I've said this numerous times. Other people have said it. I'm not the first to say it, but I've been saying it a lot lately on these podcasts. Airsoft is a game of honor. Um, carry that through to your personal life as well. And the way we carry ourselves, the way we talk to people, the way we treat people on and off the field. And that's it, right?
absolutely. You know, just fucking we're all here to have fun.
For real.
We're all here to have a good time. You know, some people go out this is the only relaxation that they get, their only source. Don't be a fucking dick and come out here and just shit on people
Yeah, dude, for
because you
real.
don't agree or you don't like their kit or you don't agree with what they do with themselves or what
Yeah.
they think. We're all just here trying to have a time. We're all just wearing
Abs-
fabulous costumes, playing a fabulous game with our fabulous friends, in the words of Josh Warren.
I love it.
Playing war.
There you go.
Stop being a dick.
Well, you heard it, people. Don't be a dick, okay? Get out there and have fun. Listen, man, it's been really, really cool to meet you, Izzy. Everyone, go follow Izzy Spice. What is it? Izzy Spice six seven
672.
something
672.
672. That's your Instagram. I'll have the link in the description. And then, is it just the Instagram right now, or you have
Just the
TikTok?
Instagram.
Okay,
Just the Instagram for now.
gotcha. Maybe I saw that. Okay, well, you're spraying gas. That's good.
Well, the hammer works now.
There you go. Well, it's been awesome having you on, man. Great to meet you, and we'll have to do it again in the future.
Absolutely. I look forward to it.
All right. Thanks, Izzy. Have a good night.
You too.